to the Rye Free Reading Room Tales for Tots program. My name is Granny Jean, and I hope we'll all have a good time today. At least it isn't as hot as it was last week. That was a pretty hot week, wasn't it, huh? I don't think the fishies mind, do you? No, they didn't mind at all. So here we go. Join in with me and let's have a good time, shall we? Oh, everyone awake? I don't know. Brother John isn't. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping, Brother John? Brother John, morning bells are ringing. Morning bells are ringing. Ding, dang, dong. Ding, dang, dong. It's an old French song. Frère et Jacques, frère et Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous. C'est la mattina, c'est la mattina. Ding, dang, dong, ding, dang, dong. All sorts of different languages. People speak in different languages. There's some French and some Spanish, some German, some Dutch. Huh? Well, I'll tell you what. I speak in English, but we all have our own way of talking, don't we? We use words, right? Sure. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Sure. Well, it's really a beautiful day. Would you like to go out in the boat with me and do some fishing, huh? I have my fish net, and you can help me gather up the fish for supper, huh? Here's a fish net. The fishermen drag it through the water and collect the fish. So here we go. Let's count them. Let's see how many we can catch for supper. Here we go. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little fishes, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little fishes, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little fishes, 10 little fishes caught in my net. Uh-oh, there was a hole in it. What's gonna happen? Well, we all know. 10 little, 9 little, 8 little fishes, 7 little, 6 little, 5 little fishes, 4 little, 3 little, 2 little fishes, 1 little fishy caught in my net. Well, that's not enough for supper. You better pull that net in and fix it. So we got to sew it up. And then we'll put it back in the water and collect some fish for supper. Here we go. You gonna eat your fish? I hope so. Here we go. 10 little, 9 little, 8 little fishes, they said. Sorry, 1 little, 2 little, 3 little fishes, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little fishes, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little fishes, 10 little fishes caught in my net. Oh no, there's another hole. What's gonna happen? Oh, we all know. There they go, they're escaping. 10 little, 9 little, 8 little fishes, 7 little, 6 little, 5 little fishes, 4 little, come on, cooperate. 4 little, 3 little, 2 little fishes, 1 little fishy left in my net. Well, that's not enough for our supper, so we better let it go. I think so. Well, today I have a story about a really hot summer day like last week. Now, we all know that frogs live in the water. They love water, right? Sure they do. And we know that ducks like water. Yeah, we know that ducks like water too. But what about pigs? You think pigs like water? Well, on a hot day, let's see what happens. Some of the animals might surprise us in this book, and it's called Down by the Cool of the Pool by Tony Mitten. And look at that frog. Does he look happy? Oh, he sure does. Down by the pool, in the cool of the day, frog cries, "Wee! Can you dance like me?" Well, duck came to see. "Oh, I can dance too, but not like you. I can flap." Now see if you can do these little dances. So duck went flap and frog cried, "Wee! Can you dance like me? Down by the cool of the pool." Did you get into a pool last week? I hope so. Well, a pig came to see. Well, I can dance too, but I can't dance like you. I can wiggle. Now, pig went wiggle and duck went flap and frog cried wee. Can you dance like me? Down by the cool of the pool. Sheep came to see, well, I can dance too, but not like you. I can stamp. So sheep went stamp and pig went wiggle and duck went flap and frog cried, wee! Can you dance like me? Down by the cool of the pool. Then up sprang cat with a sudden bound, and dog came frisking round and round. Goat butted in with a skip and a hop, and frog cried, wee, that's great, don't stop. Then playful pony began to prance, and donkey drummed his hoofbeat dance. And when it came to capering cow, frog cried, wow, all together now. And look at that cow go, wow. With a stamp and a wiggle and a flap and a wee, the animals danced so joyfully. Look at all those animals dancing. Dancing is a lot of fun, isn't it? Till with a bump and a slip and a whoops and a watch out and a topple and a splash. Oh my goodness, they all fell well into the pool. Now some animals don't like water, but I wonder what happened on a hot day. Oh no. Did they stop? Oh no, no, no. For they all cried, ooh, and ah, and wee, and whoops. Come and see, oh, we're having fun dancing our dance in the cool of the pool. Oh boy. And they splished and splashed till their dance was done. And away they drifted, down went the sun. It's there by the cool of the ripply pool, with a hop, 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 even frog was gone. Where did he go? Huh? Well, he probably went right under the water there to go sleep. Down by the cool of the pool. And hopefully you have a way of cooling off in your house. Well, Wizzy, it's time for Wizzy Wizard. Do you have a tip for us today? How can we increase our children's vocabulary? Well, a few good ways. One is to describe what you're doing while you're doing it to your children, or describe what they are doing while they're doing it, or maybe tell a story about when you were younger. More language, more conversation, most important. Tell them stories about you, what's going on in this world. Okay, well, let's put these guys back in the pool, and we'll see what we have here. Put your finger in the air, in the air. Put your finger in the air, in the air. Put your finger in the air, tell me how's the air up there. Put your finger in the air, in the air. Put your finger on your head, on your head. Put your finger on your head, on your head. Put your finger on your head, tell me, is it green or red? Put your finger on your head, on your head. Put your finger on your cheek, on your cheek. Put your finger on your cheek, on your cheek. Put your finger on your cheek. Now leave it about a week. Put your finger on your cheek, on your cheek. Put your finger on your nose, on your nose. Where's your nose? Put your finger on your nose, on your nose. Put your finger on your nose. Tell me, is that where the cold wind blows? Put your finger on your nose, on your nose. Put your finger on your belly, on your belly. Put your finger on your belly, on your belly. Put your finger on your belly. Where's your belly? Your tummy. Make it shake like apple jelly. Put your finger on your belly, on your belly. Put your finger on your ear, on your ear. Put your finger on your ear, on your ear. Put your finger on your ear. Tell me, is that where you hear? Yes. Put your finger on your ear, on your ear. Right. Put your finger in the air, in the air. Put your finger in the air, in the air. Put your finger in the air. Tell me, how's the air up there? Put your finger in the air, in the air. Well, thank goodness, it's a lot cooler than it was last week. Wow. Well, I see some fish. Do you? I sure do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? My little finger on the right. Oops, was my wrong finger. My little finger. There we go. My little finger on the right. That's my right hand. Here we go. Let's do that one again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? My little finger on the right. Oh, my gracious. Well, my next book today is The Deep Blue Sea. The Deep Blue Sea. Well, it's not a pool, is it? Or if it is, it's a very big pool, and the water is salty. And this is by Audrey Wood. Look at that. Lovely, plain pictures. I see some blue ocean there, don't you? That's the sea. And here is the title, The Deep Blue Sea. See those letters, huh? There's the sea, the deep blue sea. There's a rock, a red rock, in the middle of the deep blue sea. There's a tree, a green tree, on the red rock in the middle of the deep blue sea. There's a nut, a brown nut, on a green tree, on a red rock in the middle of the deep blue sea. There's a parrot, a purple parrot, on a brown nut, on a green tree, on a red rock in the middle of the deep blue sea. There's a butterfly, an orange butterfly, on the purple parrot, on the brown nut, on the green tree, on the red rock, in the middle of the deep blue sea. There is a spot, a black spot, on the orange butterfly, on the purple parrot, on the brown nut, on the green tree, on the red rock, in the middle of the deep blue sea. Until a little white cloud I think I skipped a page. I knew there was something wrong here. Ah, and over them shines the big yellow what? Sun. Until a little white cloud. What is that cloud going to do? Uh-oh. Turns dark and gray. What is in that cloud that makes it so dark and gray? Oh, we know. Well, what makes the fishes come and play? And they're all jumping out of the water. And all the little fishes sing fiddly-dee-dee. It's raining on the red rock in the middle of the deep blue sea. Right. And what came out? Because the sun was still shining. A rainbow. I see a rainbow up here on the storyboard, don't you? But it's all mixed up. I wonder if we can put it in order. I don't know. I just thought of it. Here's my rainbow. Let's see if we can also, we'll sing the song and then we'll put the fish in order. Let's see. Okay, let's see if we can do that. Do you know the colors of the rainbow? Purple, blue, and green, my friend. Yellow, orange, and red at the end. So here we go. You ready? Do you know the colors of the rainbow? Purple, there's purple. Blue and green, my friend. There we go. Yellow, there's a little yellow fish. Orange and red at the end. There we go. There's our rainbow. You see? Purple, blue, and green, my friend. Yellow, orange. The starfish is orange too. And red at the end. How about that, huh? Pretty fun. That's pretty fun. Now let's see what we have here. Well, as I said last week, this really happened to me. A lot of the little creatures that live in the water, right? Octopi, and, starfish, and clams, all sorts of things. But here is a little scallop. He's like a little clam, but he has ribs on him. He has a pretty scalloped shell. I caught a little scallop while fishing in the sea. I said, "Mr. Scallop, you are coming home with me." He looked at me with his blue eyes and said, nah, I don't agree, and gave a mighty squirt and slipped back into the sea. I was just amazed. There are no legs, but he could squirt himself where he wanted to go. Isn't that something? I caught a little scallop while fishing in the sea. I said, "Mr. Scallop, you're coming home with me." He looked at me with his blue eyes and said, I don't agree, and gave a mighty squirt and slipped back into the sea. Yep, smart little guy. Sure was. Well, who has a kitty? Most cats don't like water, do they? No. I don't know, that was the funny part of that other story we read. The cat was having a good time too. I guess it must have been pretty hot. Where is Tippy Toes? Now there's my cat, by Betsy Lewin. Where is Tippy Toes? Well, cats are pretty clever at hiding, aren't they? There, and there's Tippy Toes. Isn't he kind of cute? He looks like a little devil, he does. Everyone knows where Tippy Toes is. When the day is up and the day is his, so he can do what he wants. Oh yeah, they do. Mouse in his hole knows the soft pit-pat. Oh, there's the mouse, and look what he sees in the little hole. The paw, huh? Is that a paw? Of Tippy Toes' step on his welcome mat. There's Tippy Toes at his door. Oh, you can't come in, he says. But nobody knows where Tippy Toes goes. When the night is alight with firefly glows. Do you see the fireflies? Huh? You stay up that late to see them come out at 9 o'clock. Everyone knows where Tippy Toes goes. What is that? The garden hose? To escape the squirt of the garden hose. Oh, let me get away from that. And everyone knows that purring snore. When Tippy Toes naps in the dresser drawer. Oh, look, my little boy left his dresser drawer open, and who's in there? And everyone knows, but they don't know why. When Tippy Toes patters through the blueberry pie. Uh-oh, look at that. He stepped right in the pie and then ran off the table. Uh-oh. But nobody knows where Tippy Toes goes. When the moon is full and the night wind blows. Does Wise Owl know, do you suppose? No, nobody knows where Tippy Toes creeps. When the darkness falls and the whole world sleeps. But me. How did he get in the house? You see the windows open? Huh? Yeah. I had a cat that did that. He'd open the window at night and he used to jump through and the screens weren't there. Yeah. And he'd come sleep on our bed in the middle of the night. We'd never know when he'd come, but he came. Well, let's see what else is out there on the ocean. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's a sailing ship. It doesn't have a motor, does it? It has sails, and maybe if there's no wind, then the mice row, I guess. I don't know. I saw a ship sailing on the sea. Can you pretend you're in a boat? Huh? And oh, it was so laden with yummy things for thee. There was candy in the cabin and apples in the hold. The sails were made of silk and the mast was made of gold. The 24 sailors that stood between the deck were 24 white mice with chains about their necks. The captain was a duck with a packet on its back. And when the ship began to move, the captain said, quack, quack. Come on, you do that with me. I saw a ship sailing on the sea. And oh, it was so laden with yummy things for thee. There was candy in the cabin and apples in the hold. The sails were made of silk and the mast was made of gold. The 24 sailors that stood between the deck were 24 white mice with chains about their necks. The captain was a duck with a packet on its back. And when the ship began to move, the captain said, quack, quack. Oh, silly. Well, we just said this last week. Do you remember about blowing bubbles, huh? That the fish blow bubbles too? Sure, when they're breathing in the water, and then they blow out the air they don't want and makes little bubbles in the water. Sure. So here we go. Let's see if this works today. Oh, it does. Blow, blow, blow some bubbles to the bubble hop. Jump so high until it pops. Now it's time to stop. No! Blow, blow, blow some bubbles to the bubble hop. Jump so high until it pops. Now it's time to stop. Oh my goodness, did you do some jumping? Huh? Ah, what on earth? There we go. Good grief. Well, let's see what else we have here. We have a night sky, I think. Yes, we do. There we go. And up in the sky, there are what? Stars. And some stars make pictures. People pretend they're pictures. And there are a group of stars called the Big Dipper. And what is a dipper? Well, it's something to lift water or soup up with, and put it in a bowl or a cup. Or you call it a ladle. Right, this is my ladle that I use for my soup and my gravies. And here is a moon. And here is a man that lives in the moon. Well, look at that. There was a man lived in the moon, in the moon, in the moon. There was a man lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. And his ears were made of what? Oranges, oranges, oranges. His ears were made of oranges, and his name was Aiken Drum. And his eyes were made of Fridays, Fridays, Fridays. His eyes were made of Fridays, and his name was Aiken Drum. Ah, and his nose was made of a pickle, a pickle, a pickle. His nose was made of a pickle, and his name was Aiken Drum. And I've got him backwards there. Ha! And his mouth is made of a pepper, a pepper, a pepper. His mouth is made of a pepper, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. And his hair was made of spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. His hair was made of spaghetti, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. Well, I think it's time for us to go, but I hope you'll be back next week, and I hope you had a good time, and that you'll have something fun to do with your mommy and daddy or your caregiver. Okay, bye-bye. See you next week.